All right, Mercy Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and yeah, we talk about some Jeff Okudah and DeAndre Swift. It seems that come week one, we may not have either one of them starting or getting significant minutes out there on the field. Let's talk about that. Start off with Jeff Okudah. There's been some reports that he ain't ready to start yet. And I like to make the comparison with Joe Burrows as well. I understand where Bill Polian was coming at about Joe Burrows and his ability not to be a starter or already having built-in excuses. Sometimes excuses is valid. When you don't get those reps in mini camp, in OTAs, in preseason, it's hard. It's hard to go into the regular season and perform. All right, Jeff Okudah hasn't got the reps. In the coaching, he got the coaching in the classroom, the mental reps, but you got to get the physical reps. And not to get no reps really in training camp, or not get no reps in joint practices, or not getting no reps in preseason, it's just simply gonna hurt him. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you expecting this man to come out here and hit the ground running and not have no NFL experience. He got training camp experience. That's just not enough. You know, and if he doesn't start, I understand why he wouldn't start. You know, when people get to screaming, oh, it's a bust, it's a bust. Yeah, people don't know football. This was an irregular offseason, man. He didn't get the opportunity to go out there and cover none of the Buffalo Bills receivers, none of the Patriot receivers, whoever else is on the preseason schedule. And that's just reps missed. You need reps. Just because you was a good college cornerback don't mean you're going to be a great college cornerback. And just because you was a great college player, it damn sure don't mean you're going to be a great NFL player. We've seen it so many different times. And it's not a black eye, but we already knew, people that knew football, and I believe Luke G was on Luke G Field Review was saying the same thing. Like, Okudah wasn't a pick. You know, if you building for the future, I'm cool with it. But if you're back against the wall, like Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, you couldn't make these last 2 first-round picks you made in the last 2 years. You can't sit out here and justify drafting a tight end and you trying to win now and drafting a cornerback. Because they are both developmental positions, sometimes 1 season, 2 seasons, but rarely do you see these positions hit the ground running. It's just too much learning experience to go in between them. But, you know, if Amani Araki is the better player, he got to start. And if you put Okudah over Araki, and the players see that you're not giving the position to the best player that earned it, the little bit of respect that locker room got from Matt Patricia going out the window. Straight up and down. The little bit of respect they got for him is going clean out the window. And that's the honest truth. You know, you got to give it to the best player. And it's understand. I'm not gonna say, oh man, I told you Okudah was a bust. Nah, man, this is a regular offseason, man. It's hard to get those reps, man, and make up those missing reps. It's super duper hard. And that position to come into the National Football League and perform is tough to do. And we seen Marcus Peters do it, but after that, Marcus Peters had a little bit struggled the next season when people found out what he was good and what he wasn't good at. And Marshawn Lattimore, who came from the U to Ohio State too, he was another good cornerback, but eventually he kind of, you know, faltered a little bit down, you know, when they kind of got film on him. You know, but, you know, if he don't start, I'm not hitting the DEFCON 90,000 button. Eventually, Trufant gonna fuck up. I told y'all that. I just thought Okudah would come and start. And then, you know, Trufant start fucking up and they would put Araki in there. That's what I thought. I never thought Araki would start and Trufant would start over Okudah. But it's cool with me, to be honest. It's cool. It's real cool. I don't know why people tripping out about it. It's a hard position to learn. And then again, Okudah, what was the best receiver he played last year? It had to be somebody from Michigan because Clemson top receivers was injured last year. You know, he played the guy from Wisconsin. We got Quintez Cephas, cool. He turned it up. But he really ain't seen no talented receivers till he got to the Lions. You know what I'm saying? And that was my issue with him. I didn't see him guard nobody of significance. I couldn't see him versus Jerry Jeudy or C.D. Lamb or, guys of that nature. But it's okay if he don't start right away. Eventually, Trufant gonna fumble, get injured, and he gonna be starting. It's just a matter of time. But if they force him starting over dudes that actually earned it, then I think they're gonna lose some respect. But people say he gotta start because he was a top 3 pick, and if he don't start, then the pressure of being the bust is gonna be caught on him. But once again, I would understand if the Bengals didn't start Joe Burrows. I would understand. Because think about it. He getting scrimmage reps. That's different. They still can't hit you. You know what I'm saying? And the scrimmage speed is still different from game speed. Preseason speed is different from real game speed too. And you missing a whole layer of preseason speed. But everybody gonna have their opinion. Some people might call him a bust right out the way if he don't start. I'm not. Because I understand how tough that position to play is, man, without having those reps, bro. I understand, man, but eventually Amani or Jeff is gonna be the future at the quarterback position, but a lot of people, gonna freak out, but I'm not freaking out, man. I'm totally comfortable if he don't start. Eventually he gonna start doing this year. And I'm not gonna have no issue if they don't start him. But if he get better through camp, still got a couple weeks left, and he step up to the plate, then we'll see. But let's talk about and move on and talk about DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is a really, really good running back, man. Talented guy, but he been injured, and Darrell Bevell said he worried because he not gonna catch up to speed probably with the and he's probably worried about him catching up to speed with pass protection. That's the big thing about it. If you mess up pass protection, then you can see Matthew Stafford entire dick in the dirt and being out for the season. So those are the type of things that you have to worry about as a running back position. Everybody worry about catching it, running the ball. The thing that Darrell Bevell probably most concerned with is him catching up to speed with pass protection. And, if you don't understand the blocking and the pass protection, then Matthew Stafford is going to have a real short year, and you ain't going to be able to blame the offensive line for it. You're going to have to really blame, DeAndre Swift. And, that's where, in my opinion, Kerryon Johnson and Bo Scarborough is going to have an advantage because they are pretty good at pass protection already. And that's kind of what you miss with DeAndre Swift. And you miss also the blocking, all right? You miss, you also going to miss him just, getting used to, the linebacker speed and how they going to cover him and, how he going to run between the tackles, off tackles, getting a feel for how his line moving. So you're pretty much going to miss all of that type of stuff with DeAndre Swift. You know what I'm saying? You're going to miss this dude, getting used to his line, getting used to taking the handoffs, getting used to Matthew Stafford's arm strength. You're gonna miss all those type of things with him, man. And just moving forward, man, they might ease him in there. And that's why I said earlier that they should take a look at Jeffrey Okudah, because not Jeffrey, but Leonard Fournette, taking that thing off, because DeAndre Swift is gonna take some time without mini camps, OTAs again, to really get caught up to speed, in the National Football League with Stafford arm strength, how Stafford going to be throwing the ball, how Stafford timing patterns, how he like his timing patterns, how he like his routes run, forming that rapport with the offensive line, knowing how they like to block and how to slide next to him, all those type of things that you miss out on mini camps, OTAs, how Darrell Bevell, like you to read your line, and just all that stuff, reading defenses and learning the audibles. And one thing, some dudes can learn by mental reps, some people learn by doing it. That's how I used to learn as a kid. I used to learn by doing the plays, walking through the plays, and also the mental reps helped as well. But that's how I learned, is just walking through the plays, learning them, and physically doing it. So at the end of the day, it might be a possibility where neither one of them start from day one, and I'm okay with that. And I'm not saying because I'm okay with it because we got better backups or whatever, but I'm okay with it just because it's been an irregular offseason. We ain't had the right people. We ain't had the time to train and OTAs and mini camps. We ain't had that time. So, You know, a lot of rookies gonna look bad, and some rookies gonna make the adjustment just fine. Most won't make the adjustments just fine, and I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them sitting Okudah and Swift down for a few weeks until we need them. But Swift gonna get carries regardless. They gonna put him in as a third down back, and he gonna get some touches. Okudah gonna be in there as well too. I just got a feeling that Desmond Trufant is not gonna be that good, so it's just a matter of time. But you know, it's a regular off season, and you know, I'm not mad at it. But let me know what you guys think about the situation. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You reach out if you have a business question, query, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channels? Cash App CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. Don't forget to check out the channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. One time, we go.